guys, so this is going to be your 30-minute dumbbell workout. For this, you're just going to need a bit of floor space and a dumbbell of your choice, whatever you've got to hand really, and we'll get cracking there. So we're going to start off with a quick 3-minute warm-up, okay? So just body weight for this warm-up and we'll get started. So on the spot there, we're going to start with some overhead squats. So placing our hands up by our ears, we're going to squat down nice and low and drive up at the bottom there. Sitting back like you're sitting in a chair. We've got 8 reps here, so let's go through those and we'll move on to the next exercise. That's it, keeping those arms nice and high. Once you've done your 8, we're going to sit on the floor and we've got a crab bridge. So placing our hands behind us, feet near our bum, we're going to drive those hips up to the ceiling and back down to the floor there. And you've got 8 reps here. Play around with your hand position there, whatever's more comfortable for you. If you're really struggling with having your hands behind you, put those shoulders on the floor and continue with glute bridges there. 8 reps total here. And once we've done our 8 reps, we're going to go into some renegade rows. So in that top plank position there, getting our hand into our armpit and then alternating hands there. Keeping our torso nice and flat. If you're struggling with balance here, we can take our feet wider. We're getting 8 reps on each side. Once we've done 8 on each side there, we're going to go through it one more time and then we'll be ready to crack on with the workout. Okay, so back into those overhead squats, sitting down nice and low again. Keeping those palms facing the ceiling if you can. Once we're done there, into those crab bridges. Again, on your bum, hands behind you. Driving those hips to the ceiling. 8 reps again. Perfect that. And then finally, finishing up with some renegade rows and we'll be good to go. 8 on each arm this time. Perfect that. Keep that core nice and tight as you go throughout these renegade rows. Perfect. Once you finish your renegade rows, resting there, and I'll explain to you how today's workout's going to work. Okay, so we're going to need our dumbbell for this workout, just one dumbbell, and as I mentioned before, a bit of floor space. So starting out there, we've got 4 exercises for our first block, 4 exercises for our second block there, okay? So starting out, we've got what's called a single arm dumbbell floor press. So laying on our back here, dumbbell in one hand, we're going to be pressing it off the floor and over our shoulder, and then back down in line with our chest there. We're going to do as many reps as we can in 30 seconds on one arm, and at that halfway mark, we're going to swap arms and do as many as we can on the other arm for 30 seconds, okay? The exercise is going to change every minute on the minute, and it's going to carry on like this for 12 minutes, okay? Next up, using the same dumbbell, we've got a dumbbell bridge floor press. So our second exercise, and I'll notify you when we change, you're going to get your hips up nice and high, and you're going to be pressing that weight off your chest, and then back down to the floor, okay? Keeping those hips driven up to the ceiling, okay? Again, as many reps as you can in a minute on that one, and then we'll be moving on to a different exercise in the 3rd minute, which is called a lawnmower row. Taking a nice wide stance there, you're going to be bending over, letting that dumbbell go between your legs, and you're going to be pulling it into your armpit, and then controlling it back down. Keeping your head facing forwards there. As many reps as you can in 30 seconds on one arm, and then we're going to switch arms onto the opposite side there. So switching your stance and your arms, and again, pulling that elbow to the ceiling. 30 seconds on that arm. Once you're done there, and the minute's up, finishing up with some bent over rows, okay? So holding your dumbbell with both hands, you're going to push your bum back, you're going to pull that dumbbell into your stomach, and then control it down to the floor. As many reps as you can in a minute here. So those are our 4 exercises. So get yourselves ready with your dumbbell and I'll get our timer started there. So getting ready with our dumbbell floor press there. I'll get the timer started. So laying on our back, having one dumbbell in front of our chest in 3, 2, 1, off you go there. So pressing it off the floor, up and over your chest, palm facing in at the bottom, and you're going to face that palm forwards at the top of the movement there, okay? So as many reps as you can here in the first 30 seconds, and then we're going to be swapping arms. So 10 more seconds there, keep pushing, swapping arms in 3, 2, 1, and changing over. Same movement there, just opposite arm. Controlling that weight until that elbow hits the floor, and then driving back up. Whatever you did on one arm, you're going to try and do on the other arm there. Last 15 seconds, keep pushing on this one. Almost there. After this, we're going to be moving into our bridge floor press. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding that dumbbell in both hands, hips to the ceiling. You're going to launch that dumbbell off your chest and then control it back down to the ground. Trying to get those elbows to the ground if you can. Perfect. Keep those hips nice and high. If you feel them dropping, drive them back up to the ceiling. So just as many reps as you can here until you've got 1 or 2 left in the tank, okay? So keep pushing till that dumbbell's feeling really heavy. And then you're going to rest for the rest of the minute. Last 20 seconds. So if I hit failure there, I'll rest for the next 20 seconds and get ready for my next movement, okay? Final 10 seconds there, let's keep pushing. And we're going to be moving into our single arm lawnmower row next. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So holding the dumbbell in one hand, opposite leg out in front of us. We're going to drop that dumbbell between our legs and we're going to be pulling it into our armpit like we're starting a lawnmower there. As many reps on this arm as you can in that 30 seconds. Just 10 seconds left on this arm. Trying to hold that dumbbell in your armpit for half a second before you control it to the floor. Swapping arms in 3, 2, 1, and changing sides there, swapping arms and legs. Same movement there, just on the opposite side, holding that dumbbell in your armpit and controlling it back down. That's it, final push there. 15 seconds to go. Solid effort there. Once you've done as many reps as you can, we're going to be getting ready for our bent over row there, okay? In 3, 2, 1, off you go. So holding that dumbbell in both hands, bum back. We're going to be pulling it into our tummy there. Keeping our head and chest facing forwards. And again, holding it against us for half a second before we control it down to the floor. Keep a nice constant tempo here. And as soon as you've only got a few reps left in reserve, that's when you're going to be resting. And then we're going to get ready to cycle through that again, okay? Just 30 seconds left, so let's keep up this intensity. As many reps as you can here, okay? Final 20 seconds, absolutely smashing it here. And we're going to be going back to the top after this, okay? So final 10 seconds, if you can, squeeze out a few more reps. If not, resting there. Getting ready to go to our single arm floor press in 3, 2, 1. So back on your back there, driving off with one hand up to the ceiling and back to the ground. Again, I'll tell you when we hit that 30-second mark, and that's when you're going to swap arms, okay? It helps to breathe out as you're pushing that weight away there. That will really help you with the drive. Should be feeling pretty fatigued now. Swapping arms in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and on the other arm, off you go. Perfect. Last 20 seconds on this arm. Again, keeping that tempo as constant as we can and making sure we're hitting the floor between each rep. 10 seconds. So once you hit that wall, you can rest there for the rest of the minute. Changing over to our dumbbell floor, bridge floor press in 3, 2, 1, off you go. So hips in the air, driving it off your chest up to the ceiling. Keeping that bum nice and tight and really pushing that dumbbell as high as we can, keeping our shoulders on the floor. So again, you're going to keep going here for another 35 seconds or until you've only got 1 or 2 reps left there. Really feeling that squeeze in your chest and the back of your arms there as you're pushing that weight up. Perfect that. If this is a bit too easy for you with the weight you've got, you can always make it more challenging by slowing down that down portion. As you control it down, that'll make it a little bit harder for you there. Or continue with single arm. 10 seconds and we move into our lawnmower row. In 3, 2, 1. So again, one leg out in front, dumbbell in the gap. Let's pull it into our armpit there. You can be nice and explosive on the way up, but you're controlling that weight as it comes down to the floor, okay? Perfect, as many as you can on that arm. We've just got 10 seconds left there, and we're going to be swapping sides. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice big step forwards. Let's get that dumbbell into our armpit again. Nice and slow on the way down. That's it, keep that pace up. Final 15 seconds there. Should be really feeling this in the back there. Last 10 seconds and we're going to be moving on to our bent over row, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So bum back, pulling that weight into our tummy this time. Making sure we've got a slight bend in our legs. Making sure we're not going too quick there. We want to control that weight. Really feel the squeeze in our back. 40 more seconds on that movement. Keep it up. 30 seconds left. We're going to be going through this one more time, okay? So you're going to be hitting that fatigue wall a little bit quicker each time we go through there, okay? So don't worry about stopping a bit earlier into your set each time. Just really push it as far as you can until you've only got a few left in the tank. Final 10 seconds there. If you're finished, you can get ready for our single arm floor press, our last set of it there, okay? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off you go with your single arm floor press. Final set on this. Again, palm in at the bottom. Palm facing forwards at the top there. Swapping arms in 15 seconds. Nice constant pace, try not to pause at the bottom or the top. Swapping arms in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and change. Final 25 seconds of these. So you might be feeling really fatigued, so if you only get a couple reps out this time, that's absolutely fine. Last 10 seconds. Getting ready for our bridge floor press in 3, 2, 1. So hips up in the air. Let's drive that weight to the ceiling. Squeezing our bum to keep our hips up. If you want to make this more challenging, you can pretend you're squeezing that dumbbell together. That will engage that chest just that bit more. Final 35 seconds there. Keep pushing. This is our last set on this exercise, so if you can, we're going to push it to failure there, okay? So as many reps as you can possibly do within the time limit. Finally 20 seconds, we're almost there. And after that, we're going to get ready for our final set of single arm lawnmower rows there. Absolutely smashing it so far, guys. 10 seconds left. So finishing up your last few reps. Ready for our lawnmower row in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, off you go. So nice big stride. Getting that weight into our armpit there. If you're going to make this more challenging, you can hold it at the top for a little bit longer and control that descent a bit more, okay? 15 seconds left on that side. That's it, keep pushing. Getting ready to swap arms there in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swapping legs and arms. And again, getting that weight into your armpit there. Nice big squeeze at the top. Solid effort here, guys. Keep pushing now. Final 15 seconds. Should be really feeling it now. And once you've done as many reps as you can, we're going to get ready for that final set of bent over row, okay? In 3, 2, 1. So grabbing our dumbbell on both hands, bum back, and pulling that weight into your stomach. This is your last exercise, so if you can keep going for that full minute, I want you to really push it here. And you'll get a nice long rest afterwards, okay? Final 40 seconds there. If you need to give those arms a little shake and pick the weight back up, now's the time, okay? Really squeezing out your final few reps there. 30 seconds to go and you're getting a nice long rest. Couple more reps if you can, 20 seconds to go. Really pulling that weight into your stomach there. And don't let gravity take control. I want you to slow that weight down as you're coming down there, okay? 10 seconds. And you can rest in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest there. Well done. Smash that. Okay, so for our second block there, grab yourselves a drink and catch your breath while I explain these next few exercises, okay? So same layout there, we've got a 12-minute block and we've got 4 exercises to get through, okay? So exercise number 1 is going to be a goblet reverse lunge. So we're going to be holding our dumbbell in front of us, however's comfortable. I prefer this way. And from there, we're going to take a nice big step backwards, bending our leg at the bottom, getting our knee close to the floor, but not quite touching. If you're struggling for balance, make sure your feet are nice and wide apart. That will help give you a more stable base as you're stepping backwards, okay? You're going to alternate legs until time is up or until you've got 1 or 2 reps left in the tank there. For our second exercise, same position with the weight, goblet position, we've got a squat, okay? So feet shoulder width apart, you're going to sit down like you're sitting in a chair and driving back up. Keeping your head and chest facing the screen if you can, that will keep you nice and upright, okay? Sitting back on those heels there. Perfect. For our third exercise, you've got a dumbbell upright row. So holding your dumbbell, however's comfortable, you're going to pull your elbows out to the side and get that dumbbell up to your chest, okay? As many reps as you can on this. This is quite a tough one, so if you've got a heavier weight, you might not be able to get as many reps on this one. That's perfectly fine. And for our fourth exercise, dumbbell overhead press, holding it in front of us there. Just in front of our chest, we're going to press it up and overhead, arms by our ears at the top, and controlling it back down, okay? Make sure you're gripping it nice and tight so it doesn't slip. And I want you to push your head through at the top there, okay? So those are our 4 exercises, 1 minute on each, and I'll get our timer started, okay? Okay, getting ready to go with our goblet reverse lunges in 3, 2, 1, off you go. So holding that weight in front of you, you're going to take a nice big step back and you're going to be driving off that front leg to get you back to standing, okay? So alternating legs here, we'll make sure that our legs are getting tired at the same rate rather than one and then the other. Keeping yourself nice and upright here is key. So once you've done as many reps as you can rest for the rest of the minute there with just 20 seconds left on this minute. We're going to be moving into our goblet squats next, so more legs there. So if you need a rest, give your legs a little shake and we'll get ready for our goblet squats in 10 seconds. So 3, 2, 1, feet shoulder width apart. You're going to sit back and drive up at the bottom there. Keeping that weight nice and close to your body. That will reduce the strain pulling you forwards, okay? I want you to keep facing me here, keep your chest facing forwards. That'll keep you nice and upright. If you're struggling to sit really low, think about driving your knees out at the bottom. That will help you sit that much deeper. Final 30 seconds there. Keep that tempo up, try and avoid pausing at the top or at the bottom, okay? Nice constant pace. Squeezing your bum as you come through to the top and then sitting back down into it. Final 15 seconds. Keep that pace up, and again, if you're resting, getting ready to go with our upright rows. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So holding our dumbbell on the side, going to pull it up to shoulder height and back down, okay? Those elbows don't need to get any higher than our shoulders, and you should be feeling this in the top of your shoulders there, okay? So as many reps as you can on these. Try to pause at the top and control that weight on the way down, okay? Just as many reps as you can, so if I feel like I've only got 1 or 2 left in the tank, I'm going to rest there for the rest of the minute, okay? Great time when you're resting to grab yourself a drink, making sure you're staying hydrated during your workout here, okay? Final 20 seconds. So if you think you can squeeze a few more reps out, let's go for it. We've still got another 2 rounds of this, so don't burn yourself out right at the start, okay? Leave 1 or 2 in the tank. Getting ready for our overhead press there. Dumbbell held in front of you. In 3, 2, 1. So holding it in front of your chin, you're going to be pressing it up and overhead and pushing your head through at the bottom there, okay? To make sure you're missing your head, you can tilt it back slightly as you clear it and push it through at the top there, okay? Getting our arms by our ears will really help keep that weight overhead. So your shoulders will be feeling pretty fatigued now, so just as many as you can until that weight's feeling a little bit unsteady to push, and then you'll leave it there, okay? You might find that one arm's getting tired before the other, perfectly normal. Once you feel it going a little bit lopsided, we're going to rest there, okay? Final 20 seconds, I'm going to go back to the top next, okay? Starting off with our reverse lunges in 10 seconds. Perfect, keep that tempo up. And off you go, back into those dumbbell reverse lunges. So holding it in front of us again, nice big step back and driving forwards there. Keep that constant pace. Alternating legs as we go. Perfect, keep that up. Again, if you're struggling for balance, let's take those feet nice and wide apart, and that will help. 30 seconds left. Let's get as many of these as we can. Try and go for the full minute if you can. Perfect, keep that tempo up. Making sure we're breathing as well as we're doing our exercise, okay? Final 15 seconds. If you're done, you can get ready for your goblet squats there, okay? Holding that weight in front of us again. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off you go, sitting nice and low now. A good gauge of depth is getting your elbows to the insides of your knees there, okay? If you can do that, you're sitting nice and low. Don't worry if you can't, you'll get there over time. So try and match my pace here and keep going for as many reps as you can. As your legs fatigue, you can rest there. Another 30 seconds left of this set, so keep squatting there as many as you can here. Absolutely smashing it today. On to our final 6 minutes now, with just 20 seconds before our next exercise. Perfect. Keep going, push yourself till you've only got 1 rep left in the tank now, as we're getting close to the end of our workout. Change it to our upright rows in 3, 2, 1. Off you go. So holding that dumbbell on the sides again. Let's get it up to chest height and then back down. Slowly on the way down till our arms are nice and straight at the bottom. Again, try and keep this pace up that I'm showing you on screen here. As soon as that weight's dropping too quickly and you can't control it on the way down, that's probably when you're close to failure and you can leave the set there, okay? Halfway through. Let's keep pushing now, making sure that our elbows are coming no higher than shoulder height, okay? So only up and out to the side and then back down. You're going to hug that weight to your body as much as you can. Final 10 seconds there, so getting ready for our overhead press next. Ready to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off you go with the overhead press, driving that weight up to the ceiling and pushing your head through at the top, okay? Big breath out as that weight's being driven up. And you can breathe in as it comes down and at the bottom there, okay? Keeping yourself as upright as you can here, making sure we're not leaning back too much as we're pressing. If you feel yourself leaning back, it's probably time to call it there on the set and rest until the end there, okay? Final 20 seconds and we'll go for our final time through there. Almost there, guys, absolutely smashing it so far. 15 seconds. So if you're all done there, get ready for your set of reverse lunges, okay? Because we're going straight into it in 5 seconds there. 3, 2, 1. Nice big step back and driving up on that front leg. Perfect. Keep that pace up. Making sure we're pushing off that front leg as much as we can. That back leg's just going to be there for balance. Perfect. Keeping your eyes focused on something in front of you will help you keep your balance as well there. Final 25 seconds. Let's keep pushing. Just 3 exercises to go after this. Final 3 minutes coming up. We're going to be going into our goblet squats next. So if you're resting, give those legs a shake, get ready for your goblet squats. Going in 3, 2, 1, off you go. So sitting nice and low there, driving up at the bottom. Perfect that. Imagine you're sitting on a chair there. You want your elbows coming into the insides of your knees and facing me. Perfect. Keep going as many reps as you can. So your final set on these, final leg exercise. So let's really push it. And if you can, let's go for that full minute. You've just got 30 seconds left there. Absolutely smashing it today. We've just got 2 exercises left after this and you'll be done. Wicked. 15 seconds. Again, focusing on your breath, you want to be breathing out as you're driving up from the bottom of that squat, okay? Getting ready for our upright rows in 3, 2, 1, off you go. Driving that weight up to shoulder height and back down there. Controlling it on the way down. Solid effort there. Again, bringing those elbows out to the side as much as we can. Shoulders will be burning now, but I want you to keep pushing for as many reps as you can. Final 30 seconds and we're moving on to our last exercise now. The end is in sight, okay, so final push here. 20 seconds to go. On the home straight now. So once you're done and you've got no reps left in the tank on that exercise, you can rest there until our final exercise, which is going to be the overhead press, okay? So if you're ready, getting that weight in front of you, ready to go in 3, 2, 1, off you go. Driving that weight up to the ceiling and back down. Perfect. If you have got a low ceiling, you can do this one kneeling down as well, just to make sure you're not hitting anything there. Getting those arms by your ears at the top and controlling it back down to shoulder height. This is your last set, so again, as many reps as you can. If you need to take a little breather at the bottom, you can do. Try and squeeze out 1 or 2 more reps, okay? Final 25 seconds now, we're almost there. Big push. If you can, keep going for the full minute. This is where I want you to do it. Final 10 seconds and you are done. Let's squeeze out 1 or 2 more reps if you can. You can rest in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good effort there. Resting there. Catch your breath and we'll get you stretched off. Absolutely smashed that workout there, guys. So we're just going to catch your breath there, grab a drink, and we'll do some quick stretches, and then you'll be all done for today, okay? So if you're ready to go, we'll start off with some lower body stretches. First up, we're going to stretch the back of our legs, okay? So we're going to place one foot with our legs straight out in front of us. We're going to push our bum back and lean on that front leg until we feel a stretch up the back there. And holding it there for a few seconds. If it starts to loosen up, you can lean more into it and deepen that stretch. Perfect, and we're going to swap legs there. So other leg straight out in front of you, other leg bent, and you're going to be leaning into it again. Once it starts to loosen up, into it a bit more to deepen that stretch. Perfect. Next up, we're going to stretch the front of our leg and all the way up our body. So we're going to get into a bottom lunge position. One knee on the floor, one foot on the floor. Where the knee's on the floor, we're going to bring that arm up and over, reaching behind us. And then we're going to drive our hips forwards. If you're leaning up and back, you should feel a stretch all up the side here, all up the front of your leg. Holding it there for a few seconds. And swapping sides there. So other knee down, other leg up, reaching up and over. And again, you're going to slide those hips forwards until you feel a stretch all up the front, running from your knee all the way up your body. Perfect. And back to standing now. We're going to give our back a stretch. So linking our hands there, we're going to push our palms away from us and get our shoulders as far forward as we can. You can tuck your chin into your chest here and drive those palms forward. Then we're going to reach up and overhead, keeping our fingers linked, and now we're pushing our palms to the ceiling there. Driving up and relax there. And then we're going to place our hands behind our back, linking them again, and this time you're going to push your palms to the floor. Getting your shoulders as far back as we can there. Should feel a stretch across the front. Perfect. Absolutely smash that workout, guys. Look forward to seeing you in the next one.